Knock? What happened to you, my man? You went from white color to black hair color? What happened, my man? So many questions about this. So let's find out. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk about it. Let's hear it. Let's hear the intro. Welcome, anime lady fans. How you guys doing? LegendDVash as always, JBXclusive, and down below is the Kid of Games, RayApollo. How we all doing here?
The answer is demons. It's always demons. That's why his hair changed.
Blame them. It's their fault.
I mean, technically it's his fault because he wanted it, but still.
Yeah, because he wanted power.
We'll get into that, but still, that's it. That's what it was.
Well, James,
demons will do a lot to you.
How you doing? Is your problems about demons?
Yes, my problems are also about demons.
Did James's hair change color when I wasn't paying attention?
I don't know. You know, if you look back 3 years ago on Patreon, you will see some interesting type of archive with some type of different hairstyles.
Yeah, I'm assuming you made a pack with a double too because you're a little taller than you were then.
Oh yeah. And sometimes I like to spoil stuff in my hair discussion videos. That's definitely for sure.
Sometimes.
I said my hair discussion videos. Podcast is different.
I don't want to hear any more lies from you, sir.
But if you guys are here for the first time, like, comment, subscribe. We're here to talk about Black Clover chapters 284, 285, and 286. Like you guys know, we do our bi-weekly Black Clover discussion. But it seems like we did not talk about 284, but we're here for 286. So let's get straight to it. Let's jump to 284 first about our season about Luck. Luck, was cutting heads out here. For sure, he was in his mood. For anybody that's a Black Clover fan for Luck, they was feasting for that for sure, right?
I mean, look, Luck fans been eating for a while, but they definitely had a good meal in 284. Let's be real.
Oh yeah.
That we all knew that Luck was potentially the one who was going to get the biggest power up, and that was confirmed straight up.
Oh yeah.
So, but everybody showing up, also flexing a little bit was nice, real nice. But it also was like, that's going to be short-lived. I'm glad that they're finally.
Oh yeah, I have to admit that the design was nice for the nice double spread of page 8 and 9 for the demons. Like those were interesting design, even though they got killed in like the next page, But it was interesting design to see that.
Yeah, I mean he's been slapping with the demon designs. Straight up, these look like demons to me. You know what I'm saying? Demons and devils galore. Oh my. But I really want to see the designs for it. I mean, we'll get to it, but his higher level full demons, like I want to see those. And I'm like, and so I have this weird theory. It's like the higher up they are, the less detailed they are. Does that make sense?
It's the more human they look.
That's a theory that I have.
What do you mean?
Not human, but more like the more. I don't want to say refined, but the more simple they look. They simply are just like this evil looking being. They're not like super overly intricate, like not super flashy. They are evil and they are the baddest of the bad. Like I feel like that's because I feel think about it. All the crazy demons that are showing up and how ridiculous they look are usually some of the weakest ones, straight up. But like then the less interesting ones turn out to be some of the most powerful.
Yeah, I mean the mid-ranking devils, like their designs are like I can see that, like they're way different from like the high-ranking devils.
Right. Think about those twins that popped out. They look real simple compared to everything else we've seen demon-wise.
In that retrospect, how you're saying, it kind of reminds me about the 7 Deadly Sins. The 7 Deadly Sins, the red demons, the white demons look all crazy and ugly and look very demonish, but they got like they're very fodder characters compared to the 7 Deadly Sins. Mm-hmm. But to the 10 Commandments, they look more humanish, like more simple, as you said. They're like, more simple. So I see what you're saying in that comparison.
So I'm like, because I'm just thinking about like his designs of certain characters, and I'm like, that's interesting because let's be honest, Asta's design, not super flashy, not super complicated, very simple but like clean and cool looking. Then I'll go with Dante. To be honest, like think about it, of the three, his is the most toned down of the three of the Dark Triad. I'll be very honest. Then like again, I have the reference of those twins. I mean, they just look like little devil people.
Like, I'm sure it's just a coincidence, but their designs are very similar to Zagrid. So it's like, I'm guessing Zagrid was also like a high-ranking devil as well.
Potentially. We'll talk about high-ranking devils here later on. But
yeah.
And before,
that luck chapter was literally just that.
There was a question about the chapter before we move on. What do you guys think about the Dryad design? Of the Dryad in the beginning of the page of 24, the one that was showing them of how to use the ultimate magic, and the whole cast.
I mean, I think it's lit that they know how to use magic and not hit other people that are associated with them. That takes a lot of skill, first and foremost, and I feel like they all know that, which is super lit. That's gonna save them a lot of trouble when it comes to getting rid of like these big groups. Essentially, because then they could just fire at will and not have to worry about people being in the way. I think that's amazing. By the way, I don't think any other shonen properties really handle it like that, which is lit. Like for real, I really, really love that he did that with them. And plus, the fact that they are just that focused now, I guess is the word.
That too.
Something.
And plus, the Dryad reminded me a lot of the water spirit, like almost the same type of personality.
That's what she absolutely looked like.
Almost the same. Like when I first said, like, oh, that looks like the way. Wait, it's not. It looks like more plants instead of water. So I'm like, it's almost. And Dryads are more of the plant with the nature, with the earth and everything. So it made sense that it has a flower. It's
definitely more earth and nature focused. Yep, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely a Tabata design. He likes his big women. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Yeah, because I'm like,
complain.
God, those some big oppas. Like, you know what? That's cool. And moving on there. So I'm like, oh, interesting. So, like you said, this was a luck chapter.
The whole woman's bid, right? Not just the oppas, right? You know that, right?
I understand that. I see that. Girl was huge compared to the other cast members there. But overall, this was a luck chapter for all. Then we see Knock at the end, getting very type of Jesus praying out there. So it was like, oh damn, he got definitely a little porcupine in a way.
He definitely got skewered a little bit.
a little tiny bit, nothing crazy, but it is what it is.
It definitely is. But any last thoughts about 284?
Yeah, like I really just want to talk about like that huge spread with all of them using true magic. Like I lost my shit during that scene, like true water magic, true lightning magic, earth magic, like just watching all of them just mowing down all of these demons. Like that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the product of them learning true magic and ultimate magic. So I was very, very excited to see that.
Same, but it also tells me that man, they in for a hard fight if it took all of them using their true magics to take out that little group of demons, bro.
Yeah.
But also, I think they were just trying to look nice, for Albertapa. I think he was trying to show us like a great look.
Like while he was showing off, because that panel absolutely slapped. That's one of my favorite panels this year so far. But I also was like, still, they had to use that energy to get rid of that group.
Oh shit. John brings up a good comment. Naga spiked up like Patrick before he became Dark Elf. But that also is nice imagery, knowing what we know from 286, that Nog has a brother of light magic and Nog has dark magic, and this is representing how Patrick became a dark elf, light and dark. So that's pretty interesting, very nice imagery to see that.
Yeah.
It's interesting, yeah.
Tabata doesn't really not recently has he really used like parallels like that, at least to me that I can remember. So I mean, it's a nice coincidence, absolutely. Yeah. And I think it's more like it was. So the line that he says, which we'll get there because y'all jumping ahead again.
I'm sorry, but he just
basically he says in this latest chapter, "I'm not gonna die." Like I don't want to die until like I forgive myself, essentially, something like that. And so yes, very reminiscent of that, very very religious ideology type. References there. So. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, Knox quickly became a really, really interesting character. I mean, already was interesting, but like now concrete, interesting character in my book, straight up.
And right before we jump to
somebody we never saw again, Zora.
Oh my god, yes. When Annika brought up that's so true though, that hurt my feelings. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, shout out to Annika. He saw that and he was like, yeah, why they do this to my boy Zora? And I'm like, who?
Like Zora, damn. We haven't seen him in
I love Zora.
I miss him too, but we have not seen him in this whole post-time skit.
His name just because. When was the last time you said his name just because?
We haven't seen him in a while.
training, and he is going to do something sick, and I can't wait. I truly believe that.
I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm the optimistic.
I don't still hope.
That's a nice optimistic right there. But before we jump to 285, John with the super chat comes in saying, "Let me grab into my grocery bag full of money. If you have any demon or any type of demonology questions, let me know. I have research." So I appreciate that. Thank you very much for that donation. Very much.
Wait, what you been doing with demons, John? Hold up, bro. Relax.
Have you changed your hair color as well?
Relax.
He said, I
gracious.
am a Black Clover expert according to Quan Credible, so ask me anything. Oh, all right, very true. Zoro, Magna, and the elves are MIA like Manhunter.
Yeah, what the hell is Magna, bro?
That is true. He's been out and about, so that's very questionable. You know, Zoro and Magna are going to show up and wreck everything. Well, Magna, I don't know. As much as I love Magna, like Zoro.
Let's be
Zoro
real.
more. Zoro more.
We might not see neither one of them, bro. They're like, hey, you stay here. Y'all stay here and watch the house. We'll be back.
Don't worry, I got the house.
They're both.
Maybe they sent them to the Clover Kingdom. Who knows?
They're both gonna show up and wreck everything, just like Al said. Like, I feel like they're both gonna have amazing moments.
I believe in Zoro. Magna, I don't believe as much.
We'll talk about this theory that I just had once we get to this current chapter discussion.
All right.
So we have 285 here. We have our boy Nock here doing the best he can against these two twin demons. And we got here a boy Dante screaming like an evil villain fighting against Jack the Ripper as well.
Jack the Ripper.
Well, that's what I call him,
right? Like,
I'm gonna call him Jack the Ripper because my man is trying. But
I know, but like I'm just saying, Jack the Ripper, bro. All right, man.
Like, I want to see if Jack can go even further beyond his limits and actually like put up like a much bigger fight against Dante, because I mean, Yami couldn't do it by himself, and even then, like, he still needed Asta, you know. So it's like, what will Jack be able to do with his cutting magic against Dante? I think that would be interesting for him to have another plus ultra
what
moment.
I'm assuming is that he cuts faster than his skin magic can heal, and so then the gravity magic takes over and has to basically stomp out Jack. that's my guess, because we learned something in this new chapter that confirmed something for me about Dante. So I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, hopefully Jack can do something, because he just been getting his ass whooped since he got here. But he did cut through gravity once.
That's true. Can you do it more though? That's a question.
That was such an anime thing. I was like,
yeah, right?
Oh my god, I'll just cut through gravity. Yep, I should have saw that coming. Should have seen it. Can't wait for you to cut through space and time. Can't wait.
And also to add, I love what the twins said. That one looks amusing too, but it's Lucifero's toy. So that's also pretty interesting, knowing that Dante's not the one that's controlling or have to deal more. It's Lucifero's the one that's doing more controlling. So we were right that once we become 100%, will Mijikula, will Lucifer and the others control more of the human body and them have the full control. And I think that's more coming to fruition, because for the twins saying that that's Lucifer a toy, hell yeah.
I can't talk about this till we get to the next chapter, but yeah.
Yeah, I also have some questions about what happens in that latest chapter for sure.
I have a lot of questions from what happened in that latest chapter, but I saw a comment saying that it's not in our top 5 in your eyes. With what happened
as far as just like characters or like power scaling. If you're just talking characters, I'd say he's
top 8 for me.
He's like top 8 for me.
He's top 10 for me. At least top 10, straight up.
Yeah,
there's a lot of really good characters in Black Clover, so I mean that's hard.
Yeah, if he
maybe
gets more,
we'll do a ranking.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. If it does get a break one of these weeks, we could do a ranking for that. But definitely my top 10.
Time to take a break, bro, so we can do this.
But definitely a top 10 would be a lot of fun for that. But he's definitely my top 10. He deserves, but it just depends if he gets more characterization, and it depends where they go with what happened in 286 and forward. Then it depends forward as well. Let's see. Zora was undercover with Nock, and they set a trap deep in the stronghold. Damn, Vin, that's a very far-fetched theory. That's a far-fetched theory. I don't as much as I love
Ray,
that.
I will not tolerate Zora slander on this show.
Look, you know I love Zora, but it's hilarious because Kabuto literally just launched him from like Dragon Ball.
We
Like,
barely
where he
use
at,
him.
bro?
Like where he at?
Where
Like
you
I
at?
care about him. Physics sounds like nonsense to me. Those twins are still so creepy. Yes, they are creepy.
Physics, what? Those twins are hella creepy.
Yeah, they are.
But I mean, it doesn't mean that they don't make me feel something. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I want to say one thing about this. Noct is this character has so many tools at their disposal, and yet they know that they're in a fight that they cannot win technically. So they're gonna have to come up with something cheeky to really like buy some time, because that's essentially what Noct is doing at this point. They're buying time, straight up. And I truly do hope that they manage to buy that time and actually make it through this conversation. Like, I don't want Noct to, bite the dust is what I'm saying. I want Noct to survive.
Oh, same.
Hopefully there's a bigger threat that he can train up and be an asset.
Well,
I would be really sad if Noct died, because I want him to actually be the vice captain with Yami.
Agreed.
With what we found out in 26 of stuff that needs to happen. So, but since we kind of lead into 26, let's just wrap up 25. So when Noct was about Noct shows another new form, and this is his bird form, I assume, because he has now the union mode Gallus,
the plague doctor form.
Yeah, I really like this design actually. Like it's weird, but I like it.
The only one I don't really like, and it's only because it doesn't look as cool as the rest, is the Gundam mode.
yeah, but that's just meant for defense,
right?
Is that the brick mode?
On that topic, right? What I really like is the characteristic call. Like, it was able to freeze 2 high-level demons long enough for him to transport them somewhere else. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, it was long enough for him to use his domain expansion, which is great. I loved it. It was fantastic. So what I'm hoping we see now is that he goes into like this. I don't want to call it like a frenzy, but like just like this multi-mode like setup where he can like just have all 4 modes available at once and makes copies of them, and they're fighting at the same time. That will be sick.
That's what Vin's saying right now in the
really?
chat, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Can he fuse the powers of more than one?
He's about to become a devil Megazord, bro. A devil Megazord. I want it.
So
I want it too. That would be sick.
That was gonna be my theory for after we discuss 26, is that when he says surpass the limit, I'm like, alright, cool. You're gonna have to fuse 2 or 3 or 4 of them all into one, because we said that back, I think, like in chapter like 270 or something, when we said, oh, he has 4 of them. Can he have all 4 at once, or can he only use 1 each at a time? And that's my only way. Hey, if you can only use 1 at a time, what's the best way to do it? 2 or 3 or 4 together. Like, that's the best way to surpass your limit. Like, that's the only way for you to go like some type of Megazord, or in that type of way.
Yep, I definitely want that.
Crazy.
I know you watch these, and I appreciate you. Please give us a devil Megazord. That would be so fun.
Yeah, combining the defense with the offense with the speed, like
with the wings,
the wings, that'd be dope, sick. Man.
I would love it, like for real.
Yeah, that'd be dope, because also his monozone dark mode, like his present hunting ground, like that was amazing. Like, alright, cool. So you're like a predator going out dark right now. Like, you literally like just went full speed, full brick mode, and then just attacking the best you could, but it did not do nothing against him.
That makes me think that he has one more union up his sleeve, to be honest.
How many have we seen at this point?
4.
Have we only seen 3 of them? Or
no,
have
4.
we seen all 4?
Yeah.
Well, 4, because he only has 4 devils.
We saw the Bloodborne Hunter, the Gundam, the Speedy one, and then
the Bird Owl.
Yeah.
Bird Owl, yeah.
So like
that first one looked like a Bloodborne Hunter. I don't care what nobody say. He looked like he came right out of Bloodborne. He looked like a Bloodborne character, straight up.
I remember you saying in the review, you're like, "Hey, that's Bloodborne right there." I remember you saying that. I was like,
"It looks so good."
I get it. I don't look at the reference, but I get it.
I love it. So my Bloodborne fans out there, that was for y'all. So yeah, I hope there's another one. I mean, especially after we're about to, once we talk about this next chapter.
So let's get into it with how the end of the chapter.
Unless y'all got questions about it, chat, you can ask them. We'll answer them at any point. So
yeah. I was just gonna say, like, let's get into the end of the chapter leading into 286. So Yami showing up and telling, going to Morgan.
Yeah.
But
like,
that makes sense.
Let's talk about that. Like, The fact that they were twins, Noct and Morgan were twins. The fact that Yami was friends with the actual Noct before he met Morgan, who then joined the Great Deer with him. And then they were this great like team of light and dark magic together. Like
yin and yang,
that was
bro.
a great reveal, man.
I love that. Yeah,
They were the duo before back then.
So I was like, you were the one that nobody liked. Wow, that makes sense.
Like he was the black sheep, and
John's like Captain Morgan.
Captain Morgan. Wow, but it makes sense now because why Julius back then was the captain of the Great Deer, and also who was also working with Yami was William as well. They were all in the team in the same brigade. So that makes sense back then. So that means Morgan, Yami, and William were all in the same brigade back then. So that must have been an interesting team.
I mean, yeah, they was OP as hell,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
man. Yeah.
I mean, even then, which I'm sure they probably did a lot of work. It's interesting to see Yami so like gung-ho about doing anything, because like what made him so, I guess losing his friend
That
made him
is
super
true.
nonchalant. Oh shit.
Yeah.
It made him stop caring because if you look at that panel at the end, he was not smoking a cigarette. The one that was smoking a cigarette was Noct. And it showed that he was so up and about to work with his friend Morgan, because they were the duo, like we learned in 26 now, that they were the light and dark duo that did almost every mission together. And now it shows that, was it because you lost a friend in battle and never finding the true answer? Maybe because Yami never found out the true answer why he lost his friend.
That's what I'm worried. That's
a good
too.
point, man. Yeah.
Or maybe he did, and that's why him and Noct became what they are now.
Yeah, maybe that's why him and Noct don't really meet eye to eye, because they they are twins and everything. Like they don't look the same and everything.
Well, I mean, I think that's why he kind of like hates Yami, and it's because he got that time with his brother that he never got, that he wanted at the, after he found out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, that's sad, bro.
Yeah, because Yami and Morgan joined the Magic Knights at the same time. They took the exam at the same time. They got so close. Oh man,
that sounds very
so good.
But then finding out later of the chapter 26 that actually who was the black sheep in the family was actually Morgan. Noct was actually the one that fit in the family, because he was the one that be accepted to control the devils. Reverse.
That was a fun twist, but it made sense. Not gonna lie. So, but then did we get a look at Morgan's Grimoire?
All I see
I don't think so.
I don't think we got to look at it.
The only one that I see is Noct's.
Yeah, Noct's Grimoire.
I don't think we've seen his
see
Grimoire.
what that Grimoire was, especially when it's talking about light magic. We know there ain't too many people who had that kind of magic.
Yeah.
So do you think
and light magic is super powerful.
So do you think that Patry has the light magic?
Don't know. Now I'm really curious. I'm really curious, because light magic is something that you just don't get very often. Like, right, a constant we have is Yami and his dark magic. The elves had the light magic. I mean, we saw how OP that was.
After the first Wizard King, do we have any knowledge of anyone having light magic
outside of the elves? Not that I know about.
Yeah.
And
that's interesting.
So that must have been a big thing for Morgan himself. And then Lich Grimoire passed down to Asta himself, and then Patry got his Grimoire when he got reborn. So inside Julia's body, but then William has the Grimoire of the plant or tree or whatever. I forgot the type of attribute. The world tree magic. Yeah, the world tree. So it's really interesting to know. Does Patry have Morgan's current Grimoire? That would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
Augustus has light magic? Okay, cool.
Who's Augustus again?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Who's Augustus again?
He doesn't he?
The one royal. I gotta double check, because this is a live show. We can look it up live on the air.
Augustus. Augustus Kyra. What the hell? Oh, is the king. Augustus. He's the king. Oh, he has it.
King
Oh.
Clover, yeah, this loser.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he don't know how to use his magic. That
I
He
hate
barely
him
used it.
so much.
Damn. I don't.
he basically only knows how to like literally turn on lights and make himself look bright.
Yeah,
That's it. He turns himself into a fucking nightlight. That's it.
Oh, I hate him so much.
Scrub wasting
yeah.
great magic. I hate you. Wasted magic.
The thing
I
about
love how
Patri,
the wiki gives him an arrogant score of 5. LOL.
the thing about Patri is that he woke up 13 years ago. So wait, but how? But when did he? But when did Morgan die? Because Nox still almost looked the same. So that like the timeline. I wish we knew the timeline to know when did Morgan die. But then, because
No, because Yami looks fairly young.
young, he looks young.
So,
He looks from the flashback from when we know about William, they almost look at around the same time, and that must have been years ago as well. So it's like probably 8 years ago, but we don't know. So if we knew,
Potentially, yeah.
if we knew the timeline of when Morgan passed, then yeah, because Nock looks like in his 25, 30 right now at this current age. Unless it's been confirmed of how old this Nock is, then tell us in the comments, guys. But overall, let's jump into him controlling 4 devils. That Nock finding out from his parents that, hey, you inherit that magic and that spirit of being part of the family, and Morgan is the one that's the black sheep. And then finding out the whole dynamic duo of light and dark is Yami and Morgan. But then finding out that his father said you might just be able to contract with this devil as well. How do you guys feel about all that first before we get into the big moment of Morgan infiltrating?
I mean, this is a part of the big moment, like for real.
Okay.
So like, his family basically saying, "Hey, yo, we deal with demons, and you're now cool enough to learn the family secret. So welcome to the family secret. We deal with demons, and this is not a good thing, but you're good at it." And he was excited, So I'm like, that ain't good. Like the fact that he was excited as he was, I was like, this ain't good.
yeah. We learned so much information in this, like the 3 different like supreme devils, like
Gravity, time, and space. So
What,
that
bro?
means the
So
one
Julius is a demon?
Dante.
Lucifer is just one of 3
Julius
supreme
is a demon?
demons.
Julius is a demon.
Time.
That I don't know.
I don't know how to answer that. I don't know.
Julius is a demon.
I don't know how to answer that.
Demon with time magic, right? Like
I just don't know how to answer. I'm like,
can't be Julius.
maybe no. Chat, what do you think? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
Oh man, I can't. And I'm like, that there was a bunch of weird shit happening with him before we left the Clover Kingdom, and so I'm like, maybe the elves went to the Clover Kingdom because they're like, hey, there's another demon there that we gotta take care of, and Magna's like, I'm gonna go with y'all, and who knows?
That would be insane.
But also the space
I'm
one.
also curious about the third supreme.
Yeah, space,
devil,
right?
like, space magic. What
Space
the
magic, exactly.
F is that?
What does that mean? And that also
Spatial
sounds
magic
really
could be
bad.
mean that. Spatial magic just like it's just Langris and
I mean,
Finreal.
I feel like they would have said spatial magic though.
Hmm.
I felt like by
I think
saying
so, too.
space magic, they wanted to separate it from spatial magic.
See, the thing you saw the thing about the Julius demon theory, Tabata is just wild enough to do something like that and make it make sense.
So John.
Tabata will absolutely make that make sense.
So Ray, John just
You know
answer
he
your question here, or in a way is about to give us more detail. Ray, the Julius is a demon theory is so much cap, and truly, I want to give $5 and make you eat Vash pancakes in punishment. He has already, by
That's
the way.
gonna cost you $500. No. Anyway, it's completely possible. Completely. It may not be that he is a demon, but he could have a pact with one. Absolutely.
That would be insane, bro.
But then we get the little on top. So we have the 3 devils of gravity, time, and space, and one of the devil who supports them is the supreme devil Lucifugus. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly.
Lucifungus.
I said hopefully I pronounced that correctly.
Probably. I mean, probably like fungus or something
Yeah,
wild like that.
Lucifugus or something like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
fungus. Because I'm like, it's German, so I'm like, I don't know. Lucifolgus. No, I don't get it. But I was okay, that's interesting. But this is the bad one. The real bad one.
But maybe not the real bad, because he said one of the devils supports him, so there must be other devils who supports. And it's just like another supreme devil. The line literally said one of the devils supports him. What do you think? It's possible. James?
What do you think he was doing to the Faust family? Like, do you think he was like absorbing their life energy, or like?
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
I think that was absorbing mana. Like, you know how they absorbed, like he just basically stole all their mana, which was their life energy.
Yeah.
Yep. But why didn't he absorb Nox outside of that one item? Maybe protecting him because it was a part of the ritual. I don't know.
But at the same time, so this family,
they did ask that question. Like,
well,
go ahead.
What I was gonna say, this family Faust was being hovered by Lucifagus, and the other family of the Black Clover guy. What's his name? Not Morgan. The guy that has the emo face and everything, that they're controlled by
I know you're talking about.
They're controlled by they're controlled by the devil of Metricula. So I wonder if there's other
controlled by them, or do they work with them?
Worship. They worship Metricula.
There you go.
So now I'm curious to know that if more families in the Clover Kingdom worship other devils or work for other devils, I wonder if other devils, other families' household within other kingdoms worship other devils.
This all but confirms that for me.
Yeah, so that's what I'm asking.
Same,
it's definitely possible.
I definitely think that confirms it. Yeah.
Because this is now two families within the Clover Kingdom that worships devils.
Yeah. And not just worships them, works with them actively.
That too.
So, yeah.
Gordon, thank you.
Yeah, and she did curse that family, didn't she? Like,
she did curse that family.
She's basically using them.
Yeah, she did curse her family, but then they started to worship her because, they was already cursed anyway. So, but it's so interesting in that where we find out in the next page that his brother Morgan infiltrated, and Nox just stupidly just started. He said, here and now I'll surpass my limit. So, and he just summoned, and the detail in this demon in Lucifago, oh my God. Is interesting, and this is a supreme one.
Looks very, 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 very evil.
Very bad.
So I have a question for you guys.
What's up?
So on page 13, right? When the bracelet breaks, you can still see rune symbols on Nox's wrist. Do you think that Morgan's life was like some type of key to controlling Lucifugus's like power? Because the bracelet breaks, but the symbols are still on his wrist. So do you think that he was able to make a contract? That's what I was trying to say. Do you think the contract was successful, and him pushing beyond his limits is accessing that devil?
Potentially. So I don't think it's a pact more than it's like a connection now. Potentially. Okay. That would be my guess, because I feel like for it to be a pact, that'd be kind of like, but it wasn't completed. So unless it's like a different kind of contract, I think it's more they're connected. Based on whatever Morgan did. So I'm not sure, but maybe, and I actually hope that's what he does. I'll be very honest. I would love to see what that is and how that happens.
Yeah, because it's like, why else would it be in the panel? Because it's clear that there's rune symbols
with
right
the
underneath the
open. He would have more access to that power, would he not?
John, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it's the same type of runes on the wrist. So it's like, is it like some type of union that was actually made with that devil, and it took like Morgan's sacrifice to like link it? I don't know. I might be reaching.
So you're saying, we'll find out. So you're saying some type of Edward and plus Alphonse, like some type of relationship would happen with that, right?
Not necessarily.
What do you mean exactly?
About the rules, like, where Alphonse, he lost his body, but he kept his soul, with the mark and everything. But Edward did that. So you're saying that Morgan's life or life energy transfer into Nox is what you're saying with the ruins on the wrist?
I don't know.
So I would like
I need to think about it some more.
Okay.
Right there, the plea from Nox. I'm begging you, save my brother.
That was interesting because he was kept asking God, and then
Who
that
do you
was
think was
interesting.
talking to him?
I don't know.
Like,
what
I
I
want
wanna
to know who answered him.
My assumption, it was Lucifergo that was still there. That's the one that answered him because that's who he was screaming to. That's my assumption. Like, he was still screaming to somebody, and the only person that could answer was maybe him, since he was still there in spirit.
I mean, I also think it was potentially, I don't know, also him like talking to himself, maybe. But I also think that something might have happened when he was making that plea, potentially.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. Yeah,
demons and gods are fickle and weird.
Yeah,
So,
I need to analyze this way more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, John, why you know so much about demons, bro? I hope I ain't accepting no devil money.
Hey, we do. You know, shit happens. You know, shit happens.
No. That's how you end up with a pack that ends you up in hell. No.
It's questionable out here. But Al did say that Faust is a story of a man making a deal with a devil. So that is an interesting type of reference that Tabata brought up within the Faust family. So that's something that I did not know. So it's very informative. And then John said, JB, here's the thing about the type of union. If he was unionized with a higher demon that was the pack, then the two demons won't attack Nock the same way they will harm Dante.
That makes sense.
Great
That
point.
makes sense.
Thank you for
Okay.
that. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Perfect.
Right?
Because
Perfect
they know better. Exactly.
And John said that he
But
read
maybe
his books.
That ain't a good enough reason for me, bro. All right. Got my eyes on you, John. Okay, bro. But what I would like to see from this is that he calls back upon that pact to complete it in this moment, potentially. And that's him surpassing his limits, or we get the Voltron demon mode. I mean, so there's what I want to see versus what I think we're going to see. I mean, I technically want to see both, but still.
Because at the end,
they wouldn't just introduce that demon for no reason.
Oh no!
Yeah, right.
That demon is going to be something important. If that demon is actually inside Nock, and technically he has 5 demons, but he cannot control it. Like he can only let it out for a bit of time. So that's why he said, "I'll surpass my limit." Meaning, like probably he will mean like he's trying to control Lucifergo. So if that's the case, then that'd be a while.
It's like the pact. The deal is when I let you use my power, you die. Essentially, you know. Who knows?
I didn't be that far of a stretch. Maybe he'll be losing the arm.
I don't know.
He'll lose an arm to like Asta. Like that'd be interesting.
You think he's just that demon's gonna take just an arm? You're hilarious. You're hilarious.
Yeah, it might just it might let Noct use its abilities and then just drain all of his mana.
Exactly.
Damn.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like the bracelet breaking and then seeing the rune symbols underneath it has to mean something. I don't know what it means yet, but it has to mean something.
Now I'm curious to see if we have seen his wrist before, if we have seen his runes on his wrist before, like in other chapters and other panels before. Because if we have, then that means he does have a 5th contract that we never have seen the other demon of.
Hey,
yeah.
Kirk,
now I need to go back.
He's taking his entire family, but guess what? That was free real estate, baby. They was just there at the time. You know what I'm saying? Demons do whatever the hell they want.
So overall, this story between his brother and Morgan, it is sad. But for him to feel really responsible, he literally took the name Nock. He took the same look of Morgan himself, but he just kept the name Nock and everything. So it makes sense why when he became vice captain, Julius knew of him and everything. But it shows why he never liked his name, this logo of Surpass His Limit, because like Ray said much earlier, maybe he's jealous or feels type of envious that Yami got to spend time more with his brother than he did.
Julius knew who he was.
Oh, then that's why he said, "Oh, you look familiar." Back in that page, "Oh, you look familiar."
I mean, I'm sure he was just saying that because he looked like his brother.
Yeah,
because he looks like
he's a twin. Yeah, I'm sure that's why you said that.
Like, oh, you look familiar. Oh, because you're the same guy. That makes total sense.
Yeah, but to piggyback on what you said, Vash, like I love that he took on the look of Morgan, the brother that was the shining light, right?
To honor
and
him.
then honor him, and then telling these demons that I'm gonna kill you before you can lay on a hand on any more good people. I love that. Like I love seeing his resolve and everything that he stands for, and like why he's so like hostile to Yami but still wants to do good things, because that's just his personality. Like he's nothing like Morgan. Like I love that.
So Ashton added an interesting question, because I would love to see how that hierarchy works. Is it possible for Nox demons to move up to mid-rank demons? So that's something I want Thomas to go into. How does the ranking work? Can demons move up and down the rankings, like in terms of where they are? And what does that take? I would love to know that. That'd be cool as hell.
Yeah, I would love to know that, or if it's like an arcane stage type thing where it's like there's only certain demons that can level up between the arcane stages. Like, I want to know so much. Like, I feel like there's still so much more about this world that we don't know yet.
Hey, y'all know I ain't gonna remember everything about this damn manga. You know how many manga I read?
Yes. Yes, Kirk, and yes, John. I appreciate that for the confirmation, because it was on Julius. He was quiet during the whole meeting. I just thought he said like 2 lines or something, but I guess it was Jack. Jack said it as well. But but also
Jack's dumb. So
yeah,
I don't care.
and plus also there's like 10 people throughout the whole meeting. I'm not gonna remember exactly who said what to each other, because there were like 10 people
Y'all
in the
know
whole
how many
meeting.
damn characters are still alive in this series? Too many, if you ask me. Time for folks start dying. All I'm saying.
Just start killing left and right and everything. Well, Jack,
make some room.
Jack could technically die if he don't fight against Dante that well.
Yeah, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back.
I would miss Jack so much, man. I love Jack.
Oh man,
I'm gonna miss the banter more than anything between Jack and Yami more than anything, because like that type of banter, that type of chemistry was more impactful. You know, it's just there like they both want to kill each other. Pretty cool.
No, if he died, it'd be alright.
But Ray,
I'd miss him so much.
But Ray,
Jack died. Oh no.
Did you say your theory you had from before, because you didn't bring it up yet?
No, I'm gonna keep that one. Y'all gonna have to wait. I need one more piece to clarify it for myself, and then once we get that, then I'll give it to you. Promise. Promise. But it involves the demons. Straight up.
Vince said, why does every demon that sees anti-magic playing Asa's face, like they always just call it low-level magic? And I said, at least Morgan is dead. Tapata like the genocide in flashbacks.
Well, I mean, you can't say at least Morgan dead. Morgan been dead.
Yeah, he's been dead. We just found out that Knock was playing on Max's brother that died.
Flashbacks of dead people, straight up. That's it. We only get flashbacks to remember folks that died.
Yeah, but Vin, to answer your question, like I don't know why the devils think that anti-magic is like this low-level magic. Like it cancels out everything that you can do. Like Noct even says these high-level devils pretty much have like endless mana. So it's like, but Asta can cancel it all out with anti-magic. So it's like, why would you think it's low level?
I still think that's because Lee didn't have that when he left.
He didn't.
Straight up. I think that's something he manifested. Straight up.
Okay.
We still don't know if it's Lee manifested or Asta, both of them together with Lich Grimoire, with Lee being inside that Grimoire. So we don't know who manifests what and who helped each other manifest it. Like, that's a clarification I would like to have, to know, like, who brought the anti-magic within them. Was it Lee that being there for so long within that Grimoire? Because that would be interesting to know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it's just his time inside of the Grimoire allowed him to, like, focus on his anti-magic because of his resolve to kill all of the demons that pretty much killed his mom.
Was it magic evolution, like quirk evolution?
I don't know.
Right now, you're surpassing their limits. Okay, that's what it's called here. You surpass your limits. There's no evolution, no bullshit. You just surpass your limits. That's what it takes to get stronger here. Okay. I mean, you train a little bit, but then you surpass your limits, and then you train some more. Then you surpass your limits, and you just keep going. You know what I'm saying? That's how this works. All right.
So damn, that's a lot of quirk evolution type right there. But with Knock, so we all think it's some type of either Lucifer coming out as the 5th demon that he has contract with, or do you think is double union with his devils, a triple or quadruple type of unit, some type of Megazord. Is that we all have that type of idea?
I mean, that's like the fun idea.
Yeah.
As far as
so, how about the serious idea?
He might just be like able to switch between the forms very quickly in the like in his current like monozone, giving him enough time and space to react and kind of keep them at bay just until somebody gets there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, hope somebody's got to do something. Ain't nobody been able to do nothing against any of these folks in the castle thus far. So,
yeah, my hope, I have nothing to base it on really, but my hope is that Noct is able to access the power of that devil, and that's what he uses to surpass his limits. And then he can only use it for a certain amount of time, or it's like there's going to be like some type of like backfire on his body. Like, I don't know. But that's what I'm hoping for. I hope he uses that devil.
I swear to God, I just these hands. Anyway, sorry, you didn't read the chat. Don't look at the chat, James. But yes, I like that idea a lot. I want Noct to level up. I want him to have that badass thing that nobody else can have, and like scare these demons. Like I want to see them at least like sweat a little bit. Like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And then we get to see them do a little bit more than just make those weird menacing faces. You know what I'm saying? So I really, 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 really want it to happen. I'm a ban everybody.
What's funny, I was gonna say it during the My Hero show because Roger is a big fan of Frozen, so that would have been perfect. But I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna say it today. But I was like, you know what? Right here's Black Clover. I see that. It's just a mercenary just gave me the perfect opportunity of just letting it go sometimes. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I was gonna bring up
all of you.
Mercenaries, stop it.
But no, I really, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping Noct like legitimately gets a little bit of a W in here, because there's only been L after L after L. And the one I'm curious about now, like in terms of like just these fights in general, you know what's about to happen, bro. He was the only one that seemed like he had the upper hand, or at least matched the demon and the Dark Triad user. So I'm like, okay, what's about to happen there? Because we know he ain't just about to body him. So what's about to happen there? Like, what's that gonna do?
I want to know what abilities Xenon unlocks now that he can use 100%. Mm-hmm. Like there has to be like some other type of abilities that he can use. So
because did we see both his? And correct me if I'm wrong, chat, which I'm sure you will. Have we seen both of his magics?
Yeah, bone magic and spatial magic.
So is he the space demon?
That's why I asked before. Like we don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
And like we mentioned before, I hope these demons don't all die, because I hope some of them escape, some of them try to retreat, because I want more of them to come into fruition to other arcs, because that'd be interesting. Like I hope this all don't all wrap in one arc, because we need more of these devils to cause havoc, if you know, because as much as
I wanted these twins to just bounce immediately.
Yeah,
so maybe Noct summons this big old demon and they leave, they run away.
all right, that's us, we out.
Yep, deuces. We're
gonna do somewhere else.
Yep, who knows? I don't know.
And plus, Ashton, we have seen A Silent Voice. We have seen that movie before here. If you're asking for like a review or something, we will see that in the future. I don't know, but we have seen that movie before. It's like a good 6 years old. It's one of the best movies out there. And doesn't
John's
Xenon...
right. Xenon does look like Summon Skull from Yu-Gi-Oh! He's right.
Oh shit!
God damn it!
I can't unsee that now.
I can't unsee that either. Wow! I just
go Google a picture of it right now.
No, because I can see it in my brain.
Me too, but I'm gonna go see it. Wow!
It is literally a Summon Skull.
Literally, bro. That's crazy.
Oh wow! You're right. Wow! Damn.
Or the Wild Hunt from The Witcher 3.
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Dang it! You ruined that. Thanks. But yeah, the bone magic is cool. It looks cool. Talbot has been like, he drawing his ass off when he draws that magic. It looks cool.
Oh yeah,
I like. He does really good with those. With the art style for that, because it's amazing for it. But also, I can't wait to see the Mijikula fight between Noelle as well. Because right now, Argo Charlotte is there right now.
I'm curious to see how that goes. Like, I want to know. Because Charlotte had this beautiful exposition, showed how she had, adapted this power, was using it to beat her. Then she's like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to use all my power now. And it's like, oh,
bam, just throw it to the wall. Like, what's up, girl?
Oh, thanks for explaining that. Don't mean shit.
She has to save Yami. She will go beyond her limits.
I hope so.
She has to.
Give me some gold roses, please. I'd love to see some weird colored flower.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's gonna be a fun fight. I hope we get some focus on that here soon. Tabata, I know you listening.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Man. Give us that fight, please. Please.
Charlotte, Noelle, and Nazo versus Magicula. Oh, that'd be a perfect triple combo right there. Ooh, that'd be a nice fight.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice fight.
I would love that.
So just fun question out there before we got here. Where's Charmy going?
Well,
after which Xenon.
Oh,
that's where her boyfriend is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's where her boyfriend is.
Yep. That's what
I'm curious to see what she knows now. Like, I'm really curious to know.
She's gonna be like a support. I want to know
more about her dwarf magic.
I hope she's not a support character to help. I hope she fights side by side, because with her dwarf, with her wolf magic and everything, that'll be intriguing in combat and how she can use it. Like, I wonder if she could help as support, but also help side by side. I hope we see that.
I want to see more from Gray too, because Gray's transformation magic can do amazing things. Gray would be able to take Xenon's bones and just turn them into something else. They could turn them into spaghetti.
But remember what we found out
that could then eat.
But remember what we found out, that Gray's magic is now truly transformation magic. That's not its true magic for her.
Yeah, and they still never explained.
Right.
I also mad, like, that's literally blue balls. Like, hey, your magic's not really transformation, and then right there,
like 100 chapters ago. I swear to God.
That's like literally like 40 or 30 chapters. Like, I'm like, but we never found out. Can you tell us what the fuck you mean?
What it is? I don't even know. So,
like,
is she like twice? I don't know. We'll see. Meal Magic is OP, and Meal Magic's my favorite magic. I ain't gonna front.
It is really OP. It is. Yeah, I mean, Charmy herself could just turn Xenon's bones into spaghetti and eat it.
Legitimately.
You was not joking about that. You was being serious. Okay, wow.
Oh no! Don't make those jokes. Charmy consuming bone magic. Oh no.
Moving on.
Shame on you horny bonk. Go to horny jail.
Because you guys remember that Medusa devil, like Charmy turned all of her hair into spaghetti and
noodles.
Ate it.
Yep.
That is true. You're right.
That was such a weird character, by the way. It was really weird.
Those three characters in the Water Kingdom is so weird. I'm sorry, not Water Kingdom. In the Heart Kingdom was so weird.
I'm glad they blew up.
No, the most weird one was the one with the tongue. That was the most weirdest one.
That's true.
He
was
weird.
Yeah, I was like you talk about the that's weird feather she had there. But I'm glad he got blew up.
You knew exactly what you were doing with that one. Yep.
Gray
even though I do agree with him, Vonica could definitely step on me.
Gray reminds me of Orihime.
I don't know.
Gray reminds me of Orihime. I don't see it. Well, with personality, yes. With personality, I see it, but with magic, no.
On that one?
I didn't.
Wait, with Gray?
Thank you, Ray, for being so gracious.
With Gray or with Orihime?
No.
Vonica.
Oh, Vonica? Yeah. They definitely can have her. She's crazy.
Look at him. He's sad. That's his sad face. It's like, oh, man. I didn't think about that. You're welcome. I am nothing but a gracious host.
Thank you, Ray.
We still need to check that.
Add it to the list.
Yeah, the list. Yeah, the list of spreadsheet. When they're like, who got tips of who? I forgot. Like, I got Ria's. I got a couple of you. I just don't remember. And Kohaku too. I just remember a lot. I just don't remember.
Vin says, "Wait, that's not what I meant." Sure, man. Sure.
Oh, sure. In the sense of healing gauge. Okay, I can see that transformation magic, of healing and everything. But we just need to find out more of what Gray could do, because Tabata has done a lot of seeds of a lot of characters, aka Zora, that we could never find or get to, or Magna and other characters that we just need to find out more about. But definitely,
that's what Zora is, hanging out with Magna.
Like I said, we need just a lot of seeds being planted. Just Tabata needs to actually flourish, put water on those seeds and actually flourish it out. We need to see it happen with some of these characters because we don't get that much information about it for sure.
One character I'm really curious about, and this is like my last thing, Nero. What'd she learn?
What's she been doing, actually? Where the fuck is she?
I thought she was in that panel. She showed up, I thought. In like the big spread with the true magic stuff. I thought she was there. Am I mistaken, John?
I don't see I don't see her at the top anyway.
Okay.
I don't see her anywhere.
Yeah, I was about to say, what can she learn? Like, she been there. Like, what was she doing?
Oh, yeah, she was not there.
I feel like her sealing magic can do so many things.
Is she there or is she not there?
She's not there from what I'm looking at.
I don't see her in the panel.
Right. So what
in the spread panel that you're talking about, I don't see her.
Yeah, what has she been doing? Like, is she gonna play like another key moment for involving the devils, sealing them or trying to sue?
Yes, I was just gonna say that. What if she's headed to the Spade Kingdom to help whatever team is at the gates to help them seal it? Tell them seal the gates again.
That could be the case because her magic is sealing magic, so that involves her magic. So maybe she could play an important key involving that.
Yeah. I also want to know who's gonna fight Morris.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they have to get to where he is to stop those vines from absorbing mana, so that they can also close the gate. So who fights Morris? Like, is it Mars?
You're right.
Like, is it Mars and like Mars and Fauna?
That'd be lit.
Oh, that'd be lit. Yeah. Because
and what was the other guy? The other guy from the Diamond Kingdom.
Hey,
that
you
Asta fought
raggedy
the first
bitches!
time.
She right here. She's on page 14.
In what chapter?
Of chapter 283. She's right there with the gang. When everybody shows up, Nero is there.
Okay,
Fight
cool.
me in these streets. I know I ain't crazy.
And you said in page 14?
14 or 13, one or two.
John, thank you, Ladros. So it could be the three of them. It could be Ladros, Mars, and Fauna going after Morris, who was a scientist from the Diamond Kingdom.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
they could be going there to help, fix their mistakes, to atone.
You wasn't crazy.
Oh yeah, so she is there, but she's not with them currently.
I just didn't see her in the spread.
She's not with them currently. She showed up with them. So she went off somewhere. Don't know where she went.
So James is right. She could probably be heading to the Morris and everything.
She could be heading straight for Morris.
Yeah,
that makes the most sense.
That makes the most sense for where she could be because she has sealing magic.
Do you think the devil that is possessing Morris is the devil that has space magic?
That would also make sense.
Or time magic too, because as much as we could joke about Julius, he also
I mean, it could go either way. But the fact that he's one of the three, like, Supreme Devils?
Yeah, like the top 3 ranking or something.
Yeah,
like that.
top 3.
Yeah,
that could. Yeah, you might be right. Absolutely
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh man,
but for all 3 of them to be in the same place though, that's real bad news. Real bad news.
Actually, you think Mars and Morris would be 1-1?
That'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, that is true. Mars could go against Mars because Mars betrayed the Diamond Kingdom to go into Spade Kingdom, and Mars is from the Diamond Kingdom.
John, I can see what you're saying about him speeding up the ritual, but I think he's speeding up the ritual by being a catalyst, literally, and like using like the demon mana to pour into it. Is what I thought. Was like he's like, oh, I'm a catalyst now. I'm the one that's accelerating it. But yeah, I could absolutely see that as well.
That would be very interesting.
Because I mean, if that's the case, couldn't he just like make it happen?
And Venus just brought up what I was going to bring up as well. Morris is the one that did the experiments on Fauna and Mars as well as kids.
I need to see that fight. Never mind.
So that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting as well. Where Mars would bring that adding another characterization and layer to his character of Mars, finding again like, hey, you did this to us, you did experiments to me, finding the other kids. This will be our revenge, or I'm gonna avenge on the past of these kids that they died because of you. And the Mars were like, I wasn't there for you guys. I was trying to experiment because I'm a devil and all that. So he was trying to play his his
so I'm
evil devil part.
Like, oh well, we could forgive you if it was the demon and not you. And he's like, no, it was me.
Like, I just need to get my job done. I want to be an evil guy. Yeah. So like, hey, I'm like, all right, cool, shit.
So John said Morris accelerated the gates opening by 3 days. So do you think he's not able to just open up all of the gates because he just doesn't have enough mana, and that's why he's absorbing mana from the outside world to help with that? I
Also,
don't know.
maybe he's not fully 100%, so maybe he can only do a full percentage of the devil power as well.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know, because everyone else got to 100% even though one gate was open.
Right. True.
So I mean, I don't know.
We'll see.
It depends on the hierarchy of the devils as well, because and also depends how close you are to the devil door, because those.
I mean, but he's right next to it. He's literally there.
Yeah, he is right there, so he should be able to speed up much faster. And how many doors is it? Is it 6 doors?
It was 7, right? Well, 6 left.
I think it was 6 left. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 left. So damn, you're right.
Yeah,
This will be interesting too.
That's just the first door. Y'all fucked.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, this is just one door, and this is just what is coming out.
Oh no!
Imagine if 3 more or 4 more doors open, like
Hell,
one
just the
bigger or
second door.
smaller.
Just one more. It's a bad time. Bad time for everybody.
I hope all those doors open.
I don't, because that actually would be like, that's like game over door. You know what I'm saying?
Black Clover done. Back to the series done.
The bad guys win. Get out of here. Man, that'd be.
That'd be interesting.
I want to see it. Let's just tell it to keep going. Keep going.
Oh yes.
Can I get some more 24-page chapters though?
Yes, please.
That would be
like,
lovely.
Can we get more
I know that you are taking your time and your health is important, but every once in a while, just toss us one. That'd be lit.
Yeah, like just toss us like the 18, 19 average number. Like I get it, a 14, 15, or 12. You're so tired, the R and everything. But just do the 18, 19 normal chapter routine, and also do some cover pages. You haven't done some cover pages in a while either. I'll be appreciated to see that because it's been a while for that as well.
So I have a personal question for everybody who's watching and us. After y'all read John's super chat, thank you, John. Appreciate you, BB.
I'll read that. John T asks, "Here's the thing about Lucifuego in lore: the 3 devils between Lucifer, Astaroth, and Belzebub. Hopefully I said those 3 correct. Don't get along, so they need a lieutenant to support and go between them to get anything done, which makes sense of why they have the Supreme Devil to do the mandating of the talking between those 3. So it makes sense.
Interesting. Yeah, that does make sense.
That sounds like
I'm assuming that's
Yu Yu Hakusho shit.
Question. Yeah, I know, right? So hey, how would y'all feel about if Black Clover went monthly?
I would not mind.
Monthly and have like 48, 50 pages?
50 pages?
Hell yeah. I would prefer it.
I would prefer that, actually.
I mean, because then we get just a bunch more, and I know that slows down the anime just by a little bit, but does it though?
We still don't know the announcement that's happening in 2 weeks, and we don't know if that's going to be involved in the manga as well, or we know that's involved in the anime, or we technically have no idea or no type of hint of what will be involved. We just
like literally, we haven't seen anything.
Yeah, like no type of promo, nothing. So all we know is in a week and a half.
We did see there's this new countdown that just went out.
Oh, okay.
There's a countdown for it. So it's something big. So I'm like, maybe it is a movie.
So
like,
if it is,
maybe it's a movie, bro. So I don't know.
But like it is like some series do their strive in doing monthly. Some series do the strive in doing triple chapters. By the way, and then take a break.
That question is for you as well. How would y'all feel about Black Clover going monthly? Hell, even bi-weekly. I'd like to even see it bi-weekly. Give them more time.
Bi-weekly, even better.
Yeah.
And hopefully Shonen Jump Shueisha learns this because, for example, Kaiju number 8 does great having 3 chapters every week and then take a break. For example, as well, some series that does this good is Ghost Reaper Girl every other week. Like it does.
If it did the thing like Kaiju number 8, I feel like that would slap.
Additionally, what happened with Burn the Witch? It was seasonal. They call it seasonal. So hopefully Shueisha will see like Black Clover. I get it. It does the sales and everything. But hopefully they could have this as a bi-weekly because I love reading Black Clover, but I feel like sometimes he feels rushed or I feel like
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I would love for him to have just a little bit more time to like flesh out his story because like I know that like he's giving us some really good stuff. It's just like, yeah, sometimes it feels rushed because I feel like he wants to do too much and he has to like cut it back to make it like happen. And I'm like, nah, just give him more time. Just give him more time, please.
I agree.
I would love that. Like, and plus, it would, like, then you could, like, you know, breathe a little bit, maybe sleep, you know. So would love to see that. So,
chat says, bi-weekly would be good. Monthly will cause problems because people will expect too much.
People expect too much anyway.
Always,
so
I'm about to say always. People expect all the time for Super, Boruto, One Piece that's weekly, everything. So no matter what, expectations will be high always. In weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, it just depends on what the author
easy to please. So that's all it is.
And as long as the story is good and it's entertaining and it's not cliffhanger or short pages where you see the author is very inconsistent with art or story pages, I'd rather the author feel like he's comfortable, and that's what Ray was suggesting. Like, how do you guys will feel about that? Like, you as a reader itself, when you read the chapter, do you feel like you wanted more? Do you feel like you're satisfied? And that's what me and the guys were talking about. Like, we feel like bi-weekly or monthly will give the author Tabata much more room to feel like he could give a delivered chapter much more, instead of trying to give the rush chapter just because of the weekly sales or the weekly volume for it.
And actually, I will agree with you. I like reading it week to week as well. Like, Black Clover is fun to read week to week, and I've said it over and over again.
Oh yeah,
consistently, Black Clover is the most fun story in Shonen Jump. Straight up, that's not me saying it's the best, but for me, it's the most fun. I absolutely have the most fun with Black Clover. Straight up.
My issue is those chapters where it's like, what was it, 284, where it's literally just luck. Like, using his true magic. Like, that's the only, like, one of the only big highlights of that chapter. So it's like, if it's bi-weekly, it would give Tabata just more stuff to put into those chapters, because sometimes it's just, you know, just like a quick fight or a quick reveal, and then that's it, you know.
Trump is hard world build on lore people don't like reading. Then why the fuck are you reading Shonen? Never mind. I'm sorry. That's not directed at you, John. I'm just like, yeah, there are people out there who just like read these, but they don't read them.
AKA My Hero, AKA other series, you know.
I don't like those people. I don't like y'all.
I like what Tabata is doing right now. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Yes, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. But at the same time, it's just improving the type of the author's health. If people don't know as well, aka One Piece takes break every 2 weeks or every other week, because this man has been doing this for so many years. Some panels are feel over rushed with how One Piece is currently, and something like Tabata, he has said that he's sometimes tired where he passes out, where his art is not finished, and it gets finished when the volume gets released. So that sucks when an author saying that he's tired because he needs to meet the deadline. That's how it shows that is. We wish these authors would take breaks, but it's because Shueisha wants to make the bread. She wants to make the money. So
I feel it. But
what can they do?
So, John, I'll say this to that. We got people comfortable with a boy who had a demon fox trapped in his belly. I think that they can get comfortable with some demonology in Black Clover. I think that's possible.
And then from going from demons to alien species to androids, you know, people can understand that stories evolve.
Spoilers.
I'm just saying. I never said what series. Anyway, I think Tabata needs more support around him. He definitely needs some more support.
But overall, I think he needs a better editor. To be honest with you, I'll be very frank. I'm not saying the editor is bad. It's just like they need more. You know, I feel like somebody's holding some of his stuff back. Straight up.
But any last thoughts about this chapter of 284, 285, 286, and any last thoughts that comes to mind? What do you guys thought about this?
I mean, I'll be like I said, I love to like bundle and discuss these chapters like this because we have so much more to talk about. So I mean, I know that you guys are probably like, oh, you guys should review it every week. It's just that I'm really comfortable with the bi-weekly because then we have a little bit more meat to talk about to go along with our bread and our sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what she said.
Was that a sexist thing, Vash? Do you want to talk about this? You just got engaged, sir. You better be careful. Wow. They don't have to make you sandwiches at all, ever. You better be careful. Watch your mouth. Just saying. Look at him. He knows what he did. Anyway, yeah. What else y'all want, chat? Ray likes more meat, heard? I mean, I'm a vegetarian.
He is, though. He is. He does have cheat days, though.
I do have one cheat day. And it's all the meat I want.
So, James, any last thoughts about this chapter? Any last theories about this chapter?
Yeah, man, I loved it. I loved Nox reveal, everything that we found out about his brother and his entire family. We finally know what happened to them, and really, I just want to get more of Nox. Like, I want to know how he's going to push past his limits. Why did he choose to say the same words that he said so long ago? If it's not kind of correlated with something that he did to that degree. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen there. And I want to know where everyone else is, right? Like, I want to know where Mars is and all of these other people. So just give me more, man. Looking forward to 287.
I feel like it's going to take us a month to get that done.
Probably, right?
Oh, man.
But for our last thoughts from me as well, that I came in for 287, aka for 288 and 287, because that's what we'll be coming back for the double chapter review that we coming back in 2 weeks, guys. So hopefully you guys like this understanding, and if you want to hear our thoughts on 287, definitely check the Discord of Anime Lately, Careful Spoilers, and RayApollo Discord and Twitter as well,
because that's usually where I put them.
Ray does always his thoughts on Black Clover as well, and if you want to also tag us, you can tag us and we could give you quick thoughts about it.
You got theories, or we'll just have a discussion on Twitter, like tag me straight up. Like, tag any of us. Like,
so definitely, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you guys think about it. If you're watching this VOD video, to definitely comment down below your thoughts about the chapters of 24, 25, and 26 down below. What do you guys think will happen in 27? And definitely you can follow us on all social media links down below in the description, and where you can find us everywhere else. See you in the My Here discussion, Black Clover, Anime League podcast, and definitely support us in C4 as villains every Friday nights. We talk about the Zack Snyder cut, Captain Falcon the Winter Soldier, and many more. Other than that, see you guys in the next one. Have a good time.
Vash likes meat too.
I like thick thighs, and James like long legs.